What's up, everyone? I'm Alex, and I'm the Director of Virtual Performance here at P4S Golf. And today I'm going to be talking about core strengthening for a stable golf swing. We're going to go through 3 exercises, core strengthening exercises specifically, that you can do to maximize your golf swing. So when it comes to core strength, sometimes we go right to thinking of crunches or sit-ups. Like the old school thinking of core strength is a lot of these movements. When it comes to the golf swing, why do we need to strengthen our core? And there's a couple reasons for this. One is to be able to maintain a super stable and spinal stiffness throughout our swing. So if I am going into my golf swing, my backswing, and I have this folded over spine or extended spine, right, I'm not going to be able to get through my golf swing very well. It's not going to be very efficient for my speed, and numerous other factors will go into making my swing less technically efficient. So having a strong core can not only help technically, but also for transferring power from the ground up. So when we utilize power for our golf swing, especially if we're trying to hit the ball far and hard, we're going to use force from the ground. So our legs have a lot to do with that, obviously, but to get that power actually from the ground to the golf swing, we have to have a strong core to transfer that power. So if I'm pushing through the ground, that force has to go through my core, through my arms to the golf swing. So not only for stable purposes, being strong overall, but for a strong transfer from the ground up is why a strong core is important. So like I said, we'll go through 3 different exercises, and they're all focused on a different way to train the core. So the first one we're going to do is an anti-flexion exercise. So when I say anti-flexion, I mean not laterally flexing the core, which would be this movement here, which in your golf swing, if you're trying to swing and you get too much lateral flexion this way or this way, because we're not strong enough to anti-rotate it or anti-flex it, that's going to mess with our swing technically and efficiently. So what we're doing here is called a suitcase carry or a suitcase march. So for this, like I said, it's going to strengthen our core in a way that hinders us from bending when we don't want to for the side. So if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, I have a 15-pound kettlebell here. Go as heavy as you can with this. This is going to really build core strength. The heavier you can go and overload over time is going to be the best for strengthening that core and getting a strong transfer. So I'm going to hold one side. This is a suitcase, so think suitcase, usually carrying it through one arm through the airport, right? And I'm going to keep it away from my body, so it's not on top of my leg, but it's a little bit further out. And you can do this actually moving. I'm going to do it standing in place. This might be the regression that you start with before you start moving forward. But you want to stand nice and tall, and what I'm going to do is drive my knee up and down, going back and forth here. Now what I'm trying to do is not let my body bend to the side, either side. Don't let this kettlebell, as I'm walking or marching, pull me down this way, and I don't want to lean too much this way. So nice and tall, think nice, strong, tall spine, marching up and down that way. Okay, you should do about 20 steps on each side, so 40 total to start, and then each time you do this, add as you go, maybe 5 steps each time you do it. You want to do both sides, obviously, so you're testing each side of the core. Okay, nice and tall, marching. Like I said, try it in place first, and then you can do it actually walking down turf or your driveway, wherever. Like I said, this is building that anti-lateral flexion. So that's number 1. The second one we're going to focus on is an anti-extension exercise. Now, anti-extension is really important for the golf swing because it's inhibiting that extension of the abdominals here and keeping a very tight core strong here. It's going to help more with that transfer we talked about, and it's going to inhibit back pain a lot. So when you have early extension in your golf swing, back pain is one of the things that can come with that. So anti-extension exercises are things that can inhibit that. Okay. So we're going to get on the ground for this one. Okay, I'm going to get down here. We're going to start with both feet flat on the ground. My back is going to be set flat into the ground, as flat as I can here. Both hands are going to be up above my chest and knees up. Okay, this is called a dead bug. So now what I'm going to do is test my core by extending one arm and one leg out all the way, opposite, back in together, and now the opposite side, out, together. Now the trick here and the hard part is to keep that back flat the whole time, keep tight in the core throughout. So you're gonna do 10 reps on each side to start. Keeping that back flat, you should feel it here, never in your low back. If you wanna test yourself even more so and progress with this, take a light dumbbell or kettlebell, hold it in your hands, slowly bring it over as you bring the opposite leg out, or each leg out one at a time. That's called a dead bug, and that's gonna strengthen the core in an anti-extension manner. If these exercises are really getting your attention and you really want some more anti-extension, anti-flexion exercise, check out our virtual on-demand program, because right now we have a two-week free trial for that. And that's going to show you multiple exercises like this, amongst others, that are going to help you. And you have a coach on there that takes you through everything live, answers a lot of questions along the way and why you're doing them. So link below, check out the virtual on demand, try that out, and you can get a lot for that. The third type of core strengthening exercise you always want to focus on, especially as a golfer, arguably maybe one of the most important ones, is anti-rotation exercises. The one we're going to do today is a half kneeling towel-off press. And this just tests your ability not to rotate, which might seem weird because golf is a rotation exercise. But the stronger you are and able to control your spine under load and not rotate, the stronger you're going to be when it comes to rotation. Your back's going to be in a safer place in terms of not getting injured. And this is how you're going to do that. So you want a band hooked up to some sort of fixture so it's tight and safe. Kneeling, okay, I'm going to have my outside knee up. And I want to be in a place that it's tight enough so I'm pushing against the band and it's pulling me, but not too far so that I'm side bending or really struggling hard. So it should be challenging, but not you should be able to do it and have a little bit of, it should be tough, but not impossible. So I'm going to bring the band right to the center of my chest, leaning forward slightly. Okay, I do want to continue to feel this in my core. I'm going to press the band out all the way. And now what I'm trying to resist is that rotation back like this, okay? I want to keep my core nice and strong and stiff, my spine stiff, out and in. When it's in, it's going to be easier. The further out you push it, it's going to be harder to hold, okay? So you're going to do 10 reps on each side here, okay? When you're done, you're just going to flip, other knees up, same thing, where we keep that spine nice and tall, little lean forward, press out, and back in. You should feel this around your abdominals, probably 360, but never any pain in the low back. So in conclusion, we have our anti-flexion exercise, anti-extension exercise, and our anti-rotation exercises. There are much more variations of these, many more variations of these that you can check out on our virtual on-demand platform, which you can check out in the description, or any of our other services here, other YouTube videos. But comment, subscribe if this helped you, helped us a lot, and we'll see you in the next one.